Hey guys, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading. This is for, I almost forgot, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the weeks of August 1st through the 15th, 2019. So I already shuffled and cut the cards. Let's go ahead and begin here. I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully they do give you some clarity. If you want to reach me by phone for a reading, make sure to look out for when I post that notification saying, hey, I'm taking calls right now. I do apologize if all of you do not get through that day, but you can always just get back in a call queue or wait until I get back on another day to try and catch me. Also, if you don't want to go through the hassle, you can book your reading, your email reading on Fridays, and just email TemajTarot@gmail.com for that information. All right, so we have Central Issue, Heart of the Matter, the Nine of Cups. We have Temperance, Queen of Coins, the Knight of Swords, Three of Wands, Eight of Swords, King of Wands, and Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like before the month of July closes out, you guys are going to be in a happy place. This is you kind of sitting back and laughing at all the things that you've gone through to get to where you are. Their image makes me think of you got to keep laughing to keep from crying type of energy. But nevertheless, Nine of Cups is still a card of wish fulfillment. Now, I almost feel too like something has something to do with revenge. Sweet revenge. I don't know what it is that you're smiling about or gloating about, but something makes you happy. Maybe it's a situation where the tables have turned, and you're kind of like, now you see where I was coming from. Now you see how I felt. So it's like you're happy to see that someone maybe has learned a lesson or can feel what you went through. But I do feel like healing. You know, I feel like you are also tapping into your higher self. I feel too like something's going on where you're being joined or connected with someone that's going to make you happy. Like this is a spiritual companion that I feel like I wanted to say joining forces with. It is kind of like you're joining forces or you're being prepared or this is getting ready to happen. Where you're being aligned with someone who brings you happiness, who you connect to, who you have something in common with. You could be dealing with any sign. I'm getting Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energies. So you could be dealing with any of those energies here. This is also about two people who may be very different from one another, but yet it works. Two completely different individuals. You have an individual way of thinking. This person has an individual way of thinking, but yet you mesh really well together. There's also a very strong attraction that I'm getting that you have with this person. Someone brings out your better side. Someone brings out the best in you. It's like a nice mutual exchange of energies going on. I also feel like some of you, maybe you were torn previously and you were like, oh, I like this person because of this, this, and that. And I like this person because of this, this, and that. If only I could merge them together. And I almost feel like maybe you find someone who is a combination of two different people, making them the perfect candidate for you. I also feel that there is this period of anticipation or waiting. A lot of times I see this as a long distance relationship. So there may be someone that's at a distance that you're thinking about or that you're getting ready to go see. Or maybe someone from a distance is getting ready to come and visit you. I also feel like someone wants to say something or speak out, but like the cat has their tongue. That's like an old saying, the cat has your tongue. What is the cat has your tongue? I don't know. It's usually someone who's very quiet or very shy or very, I don't know. But I feel like someone is suppressing. They're not really expressing everything they're thinking about or feeling. They're trying to hide the fact that they're happy about something. And I'm seeing something in regards to the caduceus. Maybe someone needs some sort of healing or needs to go to the doctor or is going through, because this is swords energy, maybe this is some sort of mental illness that someone has. Now, I also feel like someone around you can be very manipulative. Someone has a tendency to make you think that you need them, or someone likes to keep you in the dark to control you. Yeah, so I'm also getting the energy of someone who may be, what do you call it? Like into bondage or S&M. Like it turns them on to see you, to see that they need you. It turns them on that their power turns themselves on. Like they get turned on from their own power is what I'm getting. They like seeing you needy. This is some sort of, I'm getting like a sexual fetish from somebody. Like, even if it's not necessarily, and I've talked about this on my Instagram, but even if it's not necessarily someone being, that likes to be tied up and whipped and dressed in leather, even if it's not like that, this is someone who will purposely keep you at arm's length because they see pleasure in it. And once they feel like you've had enough, they come back around and they're like, okay, did you like that? That's a good girl. That's a good boy. I don't know who's doing this seductive talking, but yeah, somebody has a sick sense of humor, or a sick sense of affection almost, but you might like it. I don't know. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe it keeps you on your toes. Maybe it keeps, if you're the one that does this, maybe it keeps them on their toes. I don't know. I've mentioned it before. I know those of you that watch me, there's this movie called Secretary that came out way before 50 Shades of Grey. And you know, the relationship between this woman and her boss was, she needed that. It was like she felt like she was dead inside. She was always trying to commit suicide. She was always doing all these horrible things to herself. But when she met him, it was almost like they figured out a healthy way to help each other. He hated himself for being this way though, and it was all usually the end of his relationships, or the reason why he had all these failed relationships, because he knew he had this desire to control and mistreat, but then he met his match. She needed that, and he needed someone to be patient with him. This is also about patience. So that's why I'm saying there's something very unusual about this relationship where you guys are finding a way. You met your match. You're finding a way to work with each other. The person that felt guilty about this power found someone that needed it and is okay with it. So you guys are a good match. This might be your boss, your supervisor, someone you work for, or someone who works for you. I feel like you guys are working it out. You guys are learning how to deal with each other, how to work with each other. There's something healing. That's why I'm seeing these caduceus. There's something healing about this person's energy. Maybe the both of you are healers, spiritual healers. Regardless of your relationship, maybe people wouldn't understand it, but you guys get each other and it's healing. So I don't know. I know that's not going to make sense for everybody, but just take what makes sense to you and keep it. The other stuff, you can disregard it, because I know this is very unusual. But then again, you are Aquarius, so yeah. Somebody loves playing mind games, and someone says or complains about it, but they love it, or they keep going back to it. You might be coming to the realization that this is exactly what you need in your relationship. Maybe you're easily bored in relationships and you finally found someone to keep you on your toes. Now, I am getting something in regards to secrets. Someone is still withholding some sort of secrets. Also, as advice to you, I feel like Spirit is telling you to just trust your intuition, trust your better judgment, use your own discernment in situations. And, because certain things I feel like maybe you're trying to find out about that is not meant for you to know just yet. But just to trust the journey and trust that things will be okay. I also see something in regards to you've been receiving some Spirit has been sending you clues in your dreams. It's like, here's a little bit of something. This is all we're going to give to you. Now figure it out. The rest is up for you to figure it out. Which is tricky. Dreams are a trip, because they are so crazy. But within those dreams are tiny pieces of clues about your future, or about a situation that you're in, so if you are someone who dreams a lot, or even if you don't dream a lot and then one day you just had this very crystal clear dream, I would write it down. Just make sure that you're keeping dream journals and keeping track of them, because I feel like there have been messages in there for you. Now, we do have a new moon. I think a new moon that will be on the 31st, I believe, which also could reveal some sort of secret. I feel like an ex secretly still desires to be with you. So an ex may be coming back into the picture. If you don't want that ex, hey, dismiss them. No, thank you. I'm also getting someone being hurt about something. Maybe some sort of betrayal. Someone feels like you betray them. Even if you're not in a relationship, maybe this is just a love interest. Maybe you see something that hurts your feelings. Okay, so I'm getting distance. This separation, it pains you not to be close to somebody, to hold them. So I feel like you want to console somebody, or you want to hold them, but your love interest is far away, so you can't express the love the way you want to. You have to send love through prayer or through meditation when you really just want to hold them. I'm seeing the possibility of some sort of commitment. Now, of course, that's only if you're already in some sort of established relationship. I also see someone posting up love songs, talking about how they feel. Someone is sending messages through music for you. They're leaving like little clues and hints, talking about how they miss you or how their heart is broken. Or you are doing that. You are leaving out little indirect messages, trying to show someone that you miss them and that you're heartbroken I feel like someone will make some sort of decision. Maybe someone was torn between you and another person, or you were the one torn. But I feel like someone finally is motivated to make some sort of decision or choice and pursue the person that they love or miss. I just feel that with the Magician here, the communication is slick or playful. I get someone who is very intuitive or psychic that plays games by speaking indirectly. It's like I'm going to visit them in their dreams. I almost feel like this is someone who knows how to astral project or astral travel at will. You know how sometimes if you're highly intuitive, you know, you have a premonition, or you see something that is going on in someone else's life and you're not trying to do it, it just happens. That's what happens to me. But then we have people that actually know how to come and visit. Like, I could swear I had a coworker who was doing that to me for a little while when I used to work at this other job. It was like a coworker used to, I know that was them visiting me, and they were like seducing me. And the minute I called them out, I didn't say, hey, are you seducing me? But I did wait until we were having like a metaphysical conversation and kind of said, you know what, this might sound odd or awkward, but I've been having these dreams about you on a regular basis. I didn't tell them what it was about, but the minute I put it out there, it stopped, which made me wonder, like, were you or weren't you? Like, so they didn't deny it, and they didn't disregard me as crazy either. So I never got a clear answer. But, you know, I almost feel like someone has some sort of special trick that they know how to do, and they use it for power, or they use it to attract. Now, yes, this can also be someone who is a very skilled, what do you call it? Or high level priest, someone who dabbles in spell work and has been using spell work in order to attract the person that they want, or someone who uses spell work to break people apart so that they can have their love interest. They're like, no, she doesn't belong with him, or he doesn't belong with her. Let me do my spell work. And it's just like causing some sort of disconnect. Now, I've said it before, sometimes I feel like if you're doing things like that, the breakups are only temporary. You know, if someone is meant to be together, I don't feel like spell work can break them up forever. Maybe it does have some sort of effect. It can do something, but I feel like if two people are meant to be together, they can overcome any type of spell work. Aside from spell work, I see this as someone who is just very good at manifesting. Someone is very powerful at what they do. Someone is very good at the power of suggestion. Someone is very seductive with their voice, their appearance. Someone knows how to use what they got to get what they want, is what I'm seeing in a nutshell. Now, I also see this as someone who is a businessman or woman coming into your life. Someone who is probably always on the go, or who has like several ideas, and this is someone who's coming off as an entrepreneur. Maybe they want you to help them develop some sort of ideas or go into business together. This is a common theme I've been getting in some of the readings, where your love interest could also be your business partner. So both of you at some point might end up being entrepreneurs and starting your own business together. All right, so I hope this has helped. Please feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.